Hi everyone, I'm Luis Lu, and today we'll be talking about the types of functions. And also, this video is created for my personal project. And if you feel this is useful, please fill out the Google Forms, which I will be sending out later on Gmails to provide me with some feedbacks. Thank you. So firstly, there are four common types of functions: the algebraic functions, the trigonometric functions, and also logarithms functions, and also exponential functions. So firstly, for the algebraic functions, they are mainly polynomial functions, as these types of functions can be expressed as a polynomial. And secondly, the trigonometric functions. There are mainly three types of these functions: the sine functions, the cosine functions, and the tangent functions, as shown on the graph below. It's classic sine functions. And thirdly, the logarithmic functions. These functions are mainly being used to expressed in logarithms. And lastly, the exponential functions. These types of functions always put the input value x into the exponent, as can be expressed into f of x equals to a constant c with x as exponent. So firstly, the algebraic functions. This type of functions are only involving algebraic operations such as addition and subtractions. And this included most of functions that we could see in our daily lives. And this include linear functions and quadratic functions that you already discussed in the previous sections. And furthermore, this also including the power and root functions and also rational functions. For example, for the polynomial functions, we could provide it as an example with polynomial 3x as 3 as exponent and plus 2x squared and minus x plus 1. And we provided this as a functions into f of x, and also the power and root functions g of x equals to x squared, and rational functions as a specific example. It's actually the ratio between two polynomial functions. So it's x squared plus 1 and divided by 3x minus 1. And secondly, we zoom into the polynomial and rational functions. The polynomial function is a function that can be expressed as a polynomial, and it's a sum of the terms, sum of the monomers, sum of monomials. And polynomial functions also can be expressed in the form of f of x equals to an and x as n's exponent plus an minus 1 and x times up with x and n minus 1 as exponent, and keep adding on until a0. And in this case, an minus 1 until a1, a0s are all constants. And for the rational functions, it's a ratio between two polynomial functions, and this can be expressed through the form c of x equals to f of x divided by g of x, where functions f of x and g of x are both polynomial functions, and c of x is a rational functions. And the example below is a type of polynomial functions. Lastly, the power and roots of functions in algebraic functions. The power and roots functions can be expressed through the form f of x equals to kx of n exponent, where n and k are both real numbers. The exponents can be either integer or rational numbers, and this type of functions can be in square roots or positive number. For example, f of x equals to x squared, or f of x equals to x for the -1 as exponent, and f of x equals to x with 1/2 as exponent, which is just the square roots. As we're moving on to the exponential function from algebraic functions, this type of exponential functions are widely being used to calculate the exponential growth or decay in science, as being widely seen through chemistry and physics. And it can be expressed in the form f of x equals to nth x as exponent, where n is a constant and controls the trend of the functions. When the n is smaller than 0, the function do not exist. When the n equals to 1, the function is a line where f of x equals to 1. When n is smaller than 1 but greater than 0, the function is decreasing as x increasing. So as shown in the first graph here. And when the n is greater than 1, then the function is increasing as x increasing, as shown here. It's quite obvious when we using the graph rather than the algebraic. So as shown on the third graph here, just moving on the positive trends of the x, as the x increasing, the changing rate is not that high at first, but the changing rate keep increasing as x increase. So the slope will getting greater and greater. And thirdly, the trigonometry functions. This is being widely used in trigonometry. And the first graph at the right-hand side is paired up with a sine x. And the second one is paired up with a cosine x. And the third one is being paired up with a tangent x. These are the three main types of trigonometry functions that are being widely used. Yeah, so that's all for today. Hope you have a brief understanding of the types of functions so far, and we have discussed about trigonometry functions, the algebraic functions, and also some exponential functions. Thank you for your listening, and hope you can fill out the forms I will be sending later